What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? What up, though, beautiful people? What it do with the business is? What it do with the business is? Missed y'all. Did y'all miss me, man? Did y'all miss me? If you really had it all, there ain't nobody in here. But what up, though, man? I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Missed y'all, man. Missed y'all. Chris, what it do with the business is? Rudy, what it do? My brother, my 33 brother, Mr. Gary Busted Down Brown, what it do with the business is? Man, what up, now? Hey, man, I ain't miss nobody. Rudy, Chris, Nightbot. What up, though, Nightbot? What up, though, y'all, man? Yeah, man, I've been lifing, bro. I've been living life, lifing. Just chilling. Everything good, everything great. I ain't gonna complain about nothing. Uh, because no matter, I ain't gonna complain about nothing. No matter what I go through, I'm gonna overcome, resilient, right? So there's no point in complaining. Instead of complaining, I make plans, right? So, yeah, but yeah, I'm back. I don't know how consistent I'm gonna be. I just knew this. I told myself this: if I don't come on tonight, then I'm done. Then I'm done. I just won't ever come back on. And I told myself that, and I was just being honest because for the last couple of days, I've been planning on coming on, but then things happen. What up, though, Bronze? Flat Power Guy. What up, my brother? What up, Nine? What up, though, fam? Yeah, man, I hope everything been good with y'all, bro. But I told myself, like, man, it's always gonna be something because that's life, right? It's always something. So I was like, man, if I don't come home, then I'm gonna just be done with it. Period, right? I ain't really been on social media. When I say life been life, I mean it's been life, right? I've been going through stuff, people around me going through stuff, and just because, like, when it comes to family and friends, uh, I think people forget this. They be thinking I'm just hurting myself, but they don't really realize the effects of the things that they do, how it affect other people, right? So going through stuff like that, right? Because I used to think like that when I was younger, like, you know, but I didn't know the stuff I was doing, the stress that it was putting on my mom, right? Even though I wasn't doing nothing to her, she was still stressing about, am I gonna be okay? Am I going to jail? Am I laying on the side of the road? So she was worried about me, and that's stressful. And that's what we do when we love people. So as I got older, I kept that in mind before I did impulsive or capricious things. I always thought, like, damn, how does this go affect, my mom, how my dad gonna feel? I always think, even now, I think about that, like, it's times where I just want to hit this person in the face, and then I'm like, okay, if I go to jail, then how my son gonna feel, like, just knowing his daddy in jail? My son want to be a cop when he grow up, so he look at people as good guys and bad guys. So if I go to jail now, I'm a bad guy. Now his hero, his dad, is a bad guy. So I take that in mind, when I move. It's just something that being aware. And I think if a lot of people do that, I think a lot of people stop doing the dumb shit they do. Let's be honest, right? Remember those little wristbands? What would Jesus do? And you know why people used to wear that? To stop them from doing stupid shit, right? Because in those situations, they was able to look down instead of doing what they may have done capriciously. What the normal Jesus do in the situation, and then, oh, I need to turn the other cheek. I need to walk away. I need to calm down. I need to think. Then they do something different from what they normally do. So that's what the little wristband or that's saying. That's why it was created, to get people to think more Christ-like, I guess. But anyway, that's something I do. But if more people would do that, I think a lot less BS would be happening in the world in general, right? It must be in the air. You going through something too, bro? Man, life be life, bro. That's why I don't complain, because whatever I'm going through, somebody else probably got it worse. So just be grateful for. Listen, I tell people this: be grateful for the shit you got, because somebody else's shit may be heavier or stinkier, bro. So just be be grateful for the shit you got. So that's just how I look at life. That's how I don't get too up or go too down. But yeah, man, there's a bunch of things. I've been writing things down since I've been on. There's some things I want to talk about. I want to get back into the behavior, the metaphysics, because I was going on TikTok for a while. I even got burnt off. I got burnt out, not burnt off. I got burnt out because it's like this is just in general, and I try to think like this. I'm a content creator. I'm trying to make content, so yeah, I'm gonna talk to people who I normally wouldn't talk to, but like talking to some of these people, bro, I'd be like, I would never in my life talk to someone with this. I don't want to call them low intellect. They just stupid. Like, look, I see why you're going through what you're going through in life. Look, everybody go through things in life, right? But some people put themselves through extra shit, right? That's just what it is. People will put themselves through extra shit by the bad decision making, and you can tell by the thought process people be having, right? So it'd be look, everybody come on here and just like a date, right? Just like a date. You go put your best foot forward, right? You go wear some nice clothes. You know what I'm saying? First time you meeting somebody, first date, right? Or a job interview. Think about it like a job, like coming on here is like a job interview. But you're trying to make a good impression. No matter if you're in a chat, when you present yourself, these people don't know you. So everybody, that's me saying it nicely. Just say it to be real. People come on here fake as hell, right? I come on here fake as hell, right? I'm fake. I'm fake on here, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I wouldn't even be talking to most of these people. A lot of people I be having conversations. I'm being transparent tonight, right? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I really shouldn't. But a lot of these people on this app, I wouldn't talk to you unless you pay me. Like in real life. And I'm not saying I'm better than no one. I'm not saying I'm not. No, it's just my preference. I don't like talking to people. I'm not a people person. And now I'm a life coach. So I get paid to talk to people. So I'm not saying it from a position that I'm better than you or anything like that. I'm just saying, me personally, I wouldn't be talking to half of these people. I wouldn't. Like, me and this person would never have a conversation in real life. It's just not my cup of tea. So a lot of these issues, like people, and look, we all running the same race at a different pace, right? We're running the same race, we just run at a different pace. But a lot of these things I hear people complain about, like, I already been there, done that, and that's why I'm giving advice. And that's how I'm trying to keep it. Just giving advice, right? I'm not telling you if you do this or you do that, your life is going to be great. No, I'm just saying, hey, look, went through something similar, did this, and this is the result I got. You can try it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, think of me as one of them booths in the grocery store that's sampling something, right? You walk past, hey, you try it if you want to. Ain't nobody forcing you to try it. But if it look good, then try it, right? That's how I am, right? Try it, free of cost. You ain't even paying me on here, right? But a lot of people, their comprehension level, right? I've been saying that since I came on here. I'm not giving advice. I'm just giving tools you can use. Someone will hear me say that and then still come and say I'm a bad coach because I'm giving advice. I never give advice. I don't give people advice. I done told you that. Show me where I gave somebody advice. Can't even do it. And that's one of the people problems is like the comprehension level. Like, it's a lot of adult, and I'm not shaming nobody because it's things that I'm still learning at my age, right? It's things that I pick up every day. Like, damn, I never knew that existed. Literally, it's things that I didn't even know existed, right? So I'm not shaming nobody, but the comprehension level is low. You don't like to function in life, to grow up, graduate high school, get a job, start a family, and live. You don't need high comprehension. You just got to know how things work, right? So just because you're an adult don't mean you comprehend. A lot of people, and it is a study. I'll pull it up one day. It shows that the American comprehension level is at 6th to 8th grade. I got to ask my sister. She actually sent it to me, a psychologist. Like, that's the average. Not saying everyone, just the majority of people in America got a comprehension level of a 6th, 8th grade. Because people don't even know what comprehend means. They don't even know what it means. So that's why I play with these words, because the comprehension comes within the meaning, and the meaning is the word. Like the what we're trying to find the meaning of are words we use. So I was there talking. Oh, did I drop the link? I don't know if I dropped the link. What up, though, Gary? Oh, I said what up to Gary. My bad. I'm just talking. Can y'all even hear me? All right. I'm just talking. But why this ain't pop up in my chat? Hold on. I'm gonna pin the link. Did I pin it? Yeah, I pinned the link. Okay. I can't see that on here. I ain't even got my glasses on. Anyway, I'm just talking. I don't know how long I'll be on here unless y'all can talk to me. I'm gonna say what I gotta say and then vamoose. But I am gonna do a show. But that's why I'll be talking about words. Like when I had a headache, right? Because I was telling these young ladies, I don't know if they was young, I'm just saying they young minded ladies, I'm gonna say it like that one of their issues is they keep identifying males as men, and then they get upset at the men because they chose a male, and they was like, "Oh, I know what." I said, "Okay." So the people you're describing that did all these hurtful things, all these bad things, do you consider them men? Yeah. Okay. Why? Because they grown. What is grown? They're an adult. Oh, okay. What's an adult? An adult is a fully matured. Okay, mature. You say fully mature. Are you just talking about physical, or are you talking about mental? Well, it's physical and mental. Okay, so you're telling me the person that did all these things is mentally mature. No, that's the problem. So how are they men? If they don't fit the identifier or qualification of what men is, how are you calling them men? And that's part of the problem. You keep associating these males with men, and men do it too. We associate, not me, but in general, men will associate the term woman to a female. Like she's not mentally mature. She's not mentally mature. So what do you expect? Like people, and by doing that, I'm telling you the process of what's happening. When you look at someone and you say that they're a man or female, what you do is apply the expectations of a man or female or a woman. That's what you do. And when they don't meet those expectations, then you get upset. Right? But they don't even qualify for those expectations because they're not mentally mature. Why are they not mentally mature? You can see it for various reasons. But if you see someone who's not mentally mature, even by the definition of the word adult, we're going to break this down in the video. I'm going to break all that down. But that's part of the problem. People are associating words and the concept of that word to things that it don't apply to. And then they get upset. Like people don't really know what the word mean, what words mean. They don't know the definition of the word. They have a meaning of a word, and the meaning and the definition is different. The definition is the foundation or the root of what the word means. The meaning is how we associate it to life. That's the meaning of a word, and those can conflict at times. Right, the meaning and the definition can have a conflict because what's generally like the word man, you applying it to mature, a fully physically mature adult, and that's fine, but that's only partial. It's part of the qualification. Once you see the person is not responsible, which is one of the key definitions, someone who is responsible. Now, if you're talking about by law, then yeah, the law identifies a physically mature physically as an adult. That's what the law. But let's be honest, that's not helpful to us. It's not helpful. It's not helpful. because that will qualify a lot of people who are not qualified. So it's not to me, for me, it's not a social thing, but it's more of a personal how I categorize people. 'Cause I don't think there's nothing wrong with people being immature. I don't think it's wrong for people being racist. I don't think it's nothing wrong for people being gay. No, it's just not for me. I don't want the shit around me. I actually don't care if what because it's not gonna change. Me caring about if a person is racist, that shit ain't gonna change nobody. It ain't gonna change nothing. So what I do, okay, I identify it and I either deal with it or I don't. Flat and simple. Not I can't control anything outside of me. So just because somebody racist and say, oh fucking well, they're racist or they're bad people, I don't give a fuck. That's like when people be telling me things about other people. Especially like look man. I don't know, maybe this is real Thursday or whatever. I'm just being real. When people be telling me shit about other people, I really don't care. I really don't give a fuck. Or it'd be like, did you see what happened? I can't be like, I'd be like, man, fuck about that shit, bro. Fuck that. I'd rather watch my Chinese drama than fuck about what happened over there. That's how, I don't know, man. Maybe because I'm legally blind. I can't see a lot, so I don't care about a lot. I don't know. Maybe that's, but I'm just saying in general, I really don't care. People are like, well, you need to, well, I will put people around me who care about that shit because I don't. Look, if I don't do it, if I don't got it, I learned just put the people around you, right? So as long as everybody around me is hip to what's new and what's going on, then I'm hip to what's new and what's going on. But me putting my energy into it, caring about it, nah, I'm straight. This is how I keep myself demotionally, emotionally detached from things. I was about to make a new word up, but this I keep myself emotionally detached from things that I can't control. Right? I just don't put no type of energy into it. Life go do if I ain't gonna do nothing about it, then I'm straight. That's how I feel about life. If I ain't gonna do nothing about it, then I don't care about it. There's other things. Is my time. I don't know. Maybe because you know different experiences in life give you different outlooks, right? So sometimes when people never experience something, they'd never be able to look through the lens of it, right? Like I done almost died a couple times, man. So I just look at life different from a lot of people who never experienced that. I just look at life different because I know how quick it can go. So I don't be stuck on like bullshit. Like, I don't even deal with certain things because my time is already limited. Like I know that. A lot of people be playing with life like it's gonna be here forever. Like like this shit ain't gonna end one day. That's how people be playing with life. I don't do that no more. I used to be one of them people who played with life, took things for granted, skipped on opportunities. I used to be one of them people, man. Until I experienced certain things, and then it's like, man, this shit's short, bro. I can be sitting here talking to you tomorrow, and then somebody else can be popping up, be like, he gone. So so me, I choose not to put my energy in things that's not beneficial. And I know it's difficult. You know what I'm saying? I know it's difficult just in life because um, we live in a social society, right? We live in, and this is I'm like I be telling my wife to. She like but I got kids and I need to know what's going on around me, and that's true. That's true. But if you can't emotionally detach yourself from the things going on around you, they ain't going on around you no more. Now you're in it. You attached to it. If it can emotionally stimulate you for the good or for the bad, it's now part of you. It's now part of you. There's some energy you're taking on. So um, through my like healing process, when I was healing from a lot of the things I experienced in the past, I had to learn that. Right? I had to learn that. You can't attach yourself. You can do whatever the hell you want, right? I'm talking to myself when I say I'm not talking to you, but I was telling myself like you can't attach yourself emotionally to something you have no control over because you can't determine if how your emotions going to be going up or down. You can't determine that. You have no control. So you can't attach yourself to that. Not saying that you can't observe it, not saying you can't analyze it, not even saying you can't experience, but I I had to learn how to detach myself emotionally. And at first I just had to stop fucking with it. Just not be around it. And then you come to a point where you have to be around it and learn that structure or that discipline, how to control yourself around it. And then once you learn that, you don't want nothing to do with it after that. You done conquered it, right? So it's like you get to a point like, man, I'm straight. I don't even want to be around that shit, right? That's I'm telling you my process. That's what I did. That's what I went through. That's how I looked at it. It's like once I went through that process, first it was just like I'm gonna stay away from it, and then it's like, man, you can't just stay away from it because it's gonna come around you, or you gonna run into it regardless. So you need to know how to handle it when it pop up. So I put myself around it, and then I learned how to handle it. And then it came to a point like, man, I'm straight. I'm straight. I don't need to be around it at no level, at no capacity. I don't just need to be around. I don't need to be involved with it at all. And that's where I'm at now. So sometimes I'm an apathetic person, bro. I say it like this: I am. I become if I have the tool set or the skill set, I become whatever I'm needed to be at that particular time. I think I think that's the best way to say it. I think that's the best way I can say it, bro. I mean, whatever the situation called for, if the situation called for it, bro, most things I probably am apathetic. Probably am. Most things. I'm saying majority of the things. Because for me, well, I guess I can't say I can be fully apathetic when it comes to certain things because I have no concern. Um, well, I mean, to find a solution in things, you have to, I don't really know if you have to indulge in concerns to find a solution. I don't really think you have to, I don't know, bro. I mean, to find a solution for something, I don't think you really have to have concern about it. But generally speaking, um, when you look for solutions and things, you are concerned. You know, that's the only thing. That's the only identifier in apathetic. I would I would say it'd be hard to apply to how I'm about to say it, but I don't feel like I don't like when you trying to fix something. I don't think it's beneficial for you to be emotionally about it because if stuff start going wrong, then those emotions may override. But if you not emotionally attached, when things go wrong, then you just adjust. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to adjust when you're not emotionally attached to things. If it do go wrong, or if it don't work out, then you don't feel too bad. You might just get up and try it again versus being defeated. I don't know. I just don't. Um, I don't see too much benefit in being emotionally attached to things that I can't control. And other people I can't control. I'm not trying to control. I mean, you can control people, but I'm not trying to. So that's what I'm saying. Like what other people go through, I don't. It's not beneficial for me to be emotionally attached to it because now I can look at it from. Um, I have a wider view. I'm not blinded by any emotion, whether the emotion is good or bad. I can see things for what they are. You know. So that me personally, that's why I just don't attach myself to things. That's like when a lot of these cases going on, with the what's the boy name who poked the other boy? Uh, he had a basketball player name too. Carmelo. Yeah, like with the Carmelo thing, I am emotionally attached to that, so I can talk to it from a different perspective. You know, I can talk from instead of be like, oh, it's white versus black. I mean, that's a factor. I mean, that's part of it. You can't. I mean, to deny that is a white versus black thing is ignorant because one guy was white and the other guy was black. So yeah, it's a white and black thing. Yeah, those components are involved. But I mean, it's done and over with. What you gonna do about it? You can learn from it, and if you learn, you can get something from it. So what can we? How can we look at that? What can we learn from it? Well, there's a couple things, right? Uh, if you feel like you need a weapon, maybe you need to go to those places, right? That's something that my grandma used to tell me. I didn't get it until I got older, but in this situation, you can apply that. You can apply that, but I wouldn't like beat the drum on that. That's just something to be aware of, right? We shouldn't go because that was a track meet, a school event. Um, so he shouldn't have felt threatened where he had a weapon, right? He shouldn't have felt threatened. But that's something that we can be aware of that we can take from it. Another thing is that you don't put your hands on people. People don't put their hands on you, generally speaking. So I mean, looking at that situation, if he never touched Carmelo, he never would have got poked. That's just real. Right? That's just reality. And a lot of other things, especially with all the information coming out, because I think that boy got set up. It sounded like he got set up. So uh, that's because people smile at you don't mean they smiling with you, right? No, they don't mean that smile is for you. That smile might be because they about to get you. Mr. Buster Down Brown, what it do with the business is, fam?
Mic check, mic check. What up, though? What up, though?
What up, though?
Welcome back, man. Welcome back.
Appreciate it, man. It feels weird, bro. I'm actually sitting at the table, bro. I'm sitting in my dining room. This was where I used to get down at when I first started. I was sitting at this table, man. So it felt kind of weird. It's like, dang, I'm back. Like, this
Like
is this is. I think I'm gonna start coming back doing it right here.
day one, day one.
Yeah, yeah. This
Hey,
feel this feel right.
that's crazy, right? You going back to where all the energy was at from the get go. So you taking it way back 4 years ago, or whatever, however long you've been on. Like fucking, I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna do what I need to do.
Dee
And
dee 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 dee. My bad. I just seen you. I ain't got my glasses on. I'm sitting at the table, the light on, everything bright. So if I miss somebody, I apologize.
chat, what's going on, chat? But y'all see how rusty we are. Look, I got a G on my name. I ain't had that in like forever. I'm on it a long
Edward,
time.
what up, though? My bad. I ain't even see Edward there, bro.
Yeah, Edward
I'm
was
tripping.
first. Yeah, Edward was there. Bronze, what's going on, Bronze? I see you. Uh, Chris, what's going on? But that's people gotta like you said earlier, people gotta understand life be life, and you know what I mean. And with the helter skelter world, nobody really has time to come into this nonsensical arena called YouTube. Let's just be honest, right? We trying to handle things on our own. We got things to worry about in our lives. Some people got children. Some people got marriages to worry about. Some people got families that's going through situations. It's a whole lot going on. So for you to get caught up in this nonsense it doesn't make any sense. Now I know last time, me personally, I was talking about sympathy, and I can sympathize with a lot of people. You was just talking about, being apathetic. It's not that you don't care. Just it's not for you. Like this, some things are not for you. Like I don't care if Klay Thompson cheated on homegirl. Like I don't care. Like,
let's give a fuck about
like
this.
That does nothing for me. You know what I mean? That does nothing for me. It don't move a needle. Now, when I'm on sports chat, that's something different because that's he's a
it's content. So, I mean, it's different.
You talk about it.
But I mean, like people be like they say, "Oh, Klay Thompson ain't shit." Like, bro, your mama probably cheated on your daddy. Your daddy probably cheated on your mama, so they ain't shit. That people cheat, man. Fuck is y'all? Why do you care about this person? Like, you don't even know this dude, and people get emotionally attached. Oh, look what he did to Megan. Man, you don't know what the fuck she was doing. She was probably screwing his barber or something, bro. You don't know. But y'all, like, people really get attached to this. And, like, they live through other. I'd be like, bro, y'all weird, man. Like, that's too much energy put into somebody else's shit. Like, if you put that much energy into yourself, you probably wouldn't have the issues you have. That's how I look at it. That's how we look at it.
Right. And then you got so many people that's sitting there like, yo, I understand what you went through. I understand. Okay, I feel bad that happened. I feel bad that y'all broke up. Okay, cool. But what does that got to do with the price of tea in China? Most people in life broke up with somebody in their life, so you can have a sympathetic feeling for that person. I don't mean you jump in there and go through what you go through. I'm not going through this for you. No, I'm not doing that. Now, when it's personal, then that's when you get to the empathetic stage. You know what I mean? Like, oh damn, I'm sorry you lost such and such. I know what it's like to lose a person in that position, things like that. You know what I mean? If there's anything I can do to help you, you know what I mean? Like, people got to understand their levels. That's why when I did the first live of sympathy, I was trying to explain to them, like, you don't have to. It doesn't mean that you go all the way in. You probably can't go all the way in because you don't know what the hell they're going through. You don't understand it, but you still can have compassion for them and say, you know what, I'm sorry for your loss. Like, but that's it. That's how far some of it need to go. And like I said, a lot of people mix things up.
You're right. Compassion is nothing wrong. Like, I have compassion for the world. I got compassion for everybody. I just don't really give a fuck about what other people going through because I got my own shit. If I can't do nothing to help you, I'm not gonna hurt you. Right? What people do is they watch what people go through, and then they start judging people's character and shit. Start talking about, like, bro, you don't know what the situation is. That's why, like, even as like content creators, right? I see somebody go through something, I'd be like, I got compassion for them, like you said. I got compassion, but I don't know if they put themselves in that situation. I don't know if they got put. I don't know the story, so I can't be sympathetic about it. I mean, you'd be feeling bad for the villain instead of the victim sometimes.
Yeah, it's possible. And then you got, well, I'm gonna save that for the empathetic stage. But sometimes you put yourself in there as being empathetic, and they'll push your ass right back out to be sympathetic. Like, I'm straight. I ain't look. You right. I'm good. I'm cool. You know what I mean? I you got it. I mean, like, Frankie Blanco, what's going on with you?
Frankie, what to do with the business?
You know what I mean? You get like, I get it. Like, you could just understand them, and people just like, man, I don't get it, man. Like, I don't want it. All right, well then, hey, you didn't ask for it. I could sympathize with you. It's the vulnerability parts that people put themselves in, and then get mad that they get rejected. Don't get mad that you got rejected. You shouldn't have put yourself in there in the first place. You get in where you fit in life. That's the thing about life. You get in where you fit in. If you fit there, then you fit there. Don't force yourself in there. If people invite you there, then you go ahead. You make a little space for yourself. But other than that, man, you don't do nothing that you ain't supposed to do. If you're here to help, you help. But if they don't want your help, then you sit your ass down.
Okay, you still here? I walked away from the mic.
Yeah, I'm here.
No, I didn't know if you hear me. I had walked away from the mic.
Yeah,
After you got to hit 2 gems, appreciate you. I can't play the video. I ain't played for StreamYard, so they ain't got my I can't play the video.
yeah, Frankie,
Appreciate that, Frankie.
Yo, Frankie, we
that.
rusty. We trying to bring ourselves back. You see the G in my name. Any other time would have been a picture Gary Sleeps or something, but y'all see, we working our way back. We working. Y'all deal with us for a second.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I forced myself to come on. I was like, look, if I don't come on now, I quit. I told myself that like, if I don't go on tonight, I told my wife that like I quit if I don't come on tonight. And I'm like, I want to come back. I'll be honest with you. I just say I ain't got the energy for it, you know? Right? I ain't like I just don't have the energy. My energy is averted elsewhere right now. That's the best way I can say it. But this is something I still want to do, and I still want to grow. You know what I'm saying? But I can't put that much energy into it. So like even tonight, I just decided to come on and just talk to the people. I ain't got to do no show. I ain't making content. I had to tell myself that, like, because if I didn't, I wouldn't have came on, bro. Because I'm not. Bro, look, this is how I am, man. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. But I ain't gonna half-ass do it. So, and I ain't gonna lie to you. For like the last year and a half, I've been half-ass doing it.
Oh, wow.
I don't feel good about myself when I do that.
Wow.
So I had to tell myself I'm not making content. Right? I'm just coming on here and have a conversation, talk to the people. Right? I'm not making content right now. Not doing a show. I'm just coming on and holler at the people. Because I did build an affinity for y'all. I do like y'all, man. I like the people who support me. Like, bro, we deny it, man. It's like family to me. I just don't fuck with everybody. I don't fuck with everybody in life, man. I don't care about being famous. I don't care about being popular. I don't think about none of that shit, bro. I'm a dad with kids, and I got responsibility. I ain't one of the people to get old, still trying to be young. One of the people who think they the person they was 20 years ago. I'm not that, bro. I'm enjoying getting old. I've been looking at different styles of suspenders, bro. I'm about to stop wearing belts. I'm about to get me some motherfucking loafers, bro. I already got the bow ties, bro. I'm about to be in slacks and chilling, bro. I ain't trying to look good for no hoes or nothing like that. I got old lady. All right, I'm good, bro. You know, I'm enjoying this getting old shit. You know what I'm saying?
When you start wearing fedoras with the suspenders and some shades,
I already got the fedoras, bro.
You rock it.
I'm playing with me. I'm from Detroit, bro. I got some Gators. I got some Stacey Adams. I got motherfucking fedora. I got the extra feathers. Stop playing with me, bro. I do that soup shit, bro. I do that. I'm telling you, man. I do that. I got extra feathers, bro. I got a collection of feathers, man, just for the fedora. Stop playing with me. We do it different up here, man.
Nah, I get it. Nah, I'm just saying because you know the people here they only know you from the sweater and the hoodies and things like that. They don't know how you dress. You know what I'm saying? But when you start to enjoy life, you make the adjustments, right? All right, cool. Like this summer, you know, a lot of the summer I've been chilling. I've been with the kids for the most part. They down here, and you know, I be Mr. 33 at night because I'm with the kids. We going swimming, we going here, we going there. You know, enjoy your summer because I know within the next month or so y'all gonna be ready to go back to school. So I'm gonna let y'all rock out. So you know, it's an understanding and they're little. I mean, they're little 10 and 8, and my oldest is 16. He working and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, you gotta do the things that you do, but in this life, you gotta be present around the people that need you the most. Sometimes it's your immediate family. I consider YouTube, you know, I consider a lot of these guys family, you know, the chats and things like that. But everybody understand that the immediate family should always come first. So that's what's been happening with you, and you know, you don't have a small family. You know what I mean? Like, yo, your family's huge. So it's understandable. So that's why, you know, at the same time, we ask for patience because, hey, there's a lot of things that's happening in real life. You know what I mean? Like, Your son is getting older. Your son is getting stronger. Your son is learning more things. Your daughter's learning more things. Your wife is out there doing the things that she need to do, and she gotta be taken care of when she gets home. You know what I mean? People just look at provision as financial, but the vision is always there. And I ain't trying to make a joke because we know partially blind or legally blind, but the vision is still there to make sure that my family is okay, and that's what you've been attending to. So this is why we constantly ask for grace, because at the end of the day, we still got family to work on at our home. We're not discounting the family on YouTube, but we just take care of home in the first place.
Bro, can I be vulnerable with y'all for a minute? I'm gonna be vulnerable with y'all for a minute, man. I need y'all to bear with me. I ain't gonna cry on here. I already cried. Check this out, though. So I've been going through some shit, bro. You know about some of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday, I got the news. One of my OGs died. It was one of my older cousins, right? So most of my cousins are older than me. They older than my mom, right? So, and it hit me so hard, bro, because and death don't hit me. It hits me, but it don't hit me hard. I ain't feel this feeling in a long time, and I broke down, bro. And I'm like, why? And I realized like she did so much for me, and I never said thank you. Like when I got older, and I'm like, this is how regret feels. I haven't felt regret in so long, and when it hit me, I didn't know what to do with it, bro. I didn't know what to do with it because this is a person like when I was a kid, I didn't grow up with my mom and dad. I grew up with my grandma,
Mm-hmm.
and when grandma was working, I used to go to my cousin's house, right? And her husband is my cousin, right? But he was a mechanic, so he was always gone, and she was there, and I was raised with her girls, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and her son, my cousin Quentin, but he older. He older. He my mama age, but her daughters are little. They ain't even close to my age, so I think the youngest one is 14 years older than me. But they was, that's who I was around and with. And I just like everything, like my child, like when they told me she passed away, I was having visions of my childhood. How
Absolutely.
like she used to cook, she used to take me to football practice, pick me up. Just all the stuff she used to do, and I'm like, bro, that was like a mother to me. And then I thought about it, like and I didn't know why I was hurting the way I was. And then when I started thinking about it, it was regret. Like I never told her thank you for all that. I never did. So it hit me, and I didn't know what to do with it at first. And once I realized what it was, my dad was like, "Look, that's the thing about us OGs. You ain't got to say thank you because we knew what we was doing, and we knew how beneficial and important it was for us to do it. So you can come out the way you did. So even though you ain't say thank you, she know you grateful, and that made me feel better. But yeah, I just wanted to share that because I'm being honest, bro. I haven't regretted nothing in a very long time, and I forgot how that feel, and that shit don't feel good.
Hell
Like
no.
that shit don't feel good, bro.
No, it don't. And for you in that situation, it must have been like, you know what? I always thought I was gonna get that chance, but now that it was taken from me, like I didn't even get to say it. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to say it, but I always thought I had more time than I had. And this is the thing that I'm saying. Like when you go through those situations, you know what I mean? Like the first thing, damn, that person did do a lot for me. That person did do this, and I never gave that person their flowers. And I know they can't hear it, and I know you know what I mean. They physically can't hear it, but it's just something that you felt like you should have done. And of course, we understand that they did that because they loved you and all of that other stuff. But you wanted to acknowledge that you received their love, you received their compassion, you received everything that they gave you, but you just didn't do it in time. So that regret is not, it's not one of those regrets like, damn, I should have said, you know what, I'm sorry, but it was just, it wasn't no beef. It was just, I just wanted to say thank you, and I never had the time. And a lot of us go through that. Like you want to thank, your the grandma that took care of you, and you wanted to, you wanted to do so many things for her, but you may not have done it, and that's a regret that for me I live by, because even as she was getting older and dementia hit her mind, I couldn't do, I was there, but it felt bad because she didn't receive it, because she could barely remember what happened 10 minutes ago. Miss Chicago, what's going on? How are you? Good to see you. You know what I mean? When you go through those when you go through those situations, it's like, yo, I just wanted to say thank you. You took over when mommy passed on and so forth. And when you don't get to do it, man, you just, the best thing the way I got over the regret is I just lived the way that I knew she wanted me to live. So I kept up that fire that she had for me. I just kept it going and just kept it in the family and continue to push it forward. You know what I mean? Just to get over the regret of her not understanding that I understood what she did for me and how she did it for me. So that's how I moved on to the next stage of life.
Can you hear that in the background?
Hear what?
It sounds like a motor running. My air fryer.
Yeah, I hear it now.
You can hear it? Okay. Oh, yeah, it's only gonna be on for a minute.
Well,
I want to toast my sandwich. Right. Yeah, I want to toast my sandwich. But yeah, bro, this is weird, but I experience emotions. I don't live through them. So I experience it to know what it is. As I'm going through the emotion, I need to identify. This is how my brain works. I have to identify the emotion, and once I do, I let the shit go. Even when I'm mad, I do that. That's just my wife said I'm weird. She was like, "You an alien or something?" She's like, "Normal people don't do that." I'm like, "That I have to know why I feel a certain type of way. Like I have to know, and I have to experience to know what it is." But then I have to know, where did it come from? That's just how I'm set up. And once I figure it out, then it's like I'm done with it. Even anger, like when I be mad at stuff, I do it. And sometimes the process is longer. Sometimes the process is longer. And sometimes, even once I identify it, it lingers sometimes. It lingers. But once I know what it is, ultimately, even if I feel it again, I'd be like, "Oh, that's what this is. That's that. That's this." I can identify it. And I think that's how I don't dwell on things.
Yeah, you one of them people that you have I would call you have short time situations, right? You get short time with the emotions, you get short time, with a thought all right, I've said what I need to say, I'm over it. It's let me move on to the next, because you feel like there's so much more in front of you. All right, I touched the subject. Let me skip on. Let me go ahead over here. And that's maybe that's your coping thing, or maybe that's how you function. I'm not the therapist, but maybe that's just the way you move, because you don't want to dwell in a situation so long that you find yourself stuck in it, and you thinking about it more than you want. So you say, all right, I love you, and then you go say, all right, let me tell a joke. Let me tell a joke while I do that. You know what I mean? So I made my point, but I'm moving on.
To me, it does not fit in the framework of logic for someone to consistently go through the same emotion. Because think about it, if something happened, it happened. It's done. It's over with. And people be mad about shit that happened 4 years ago today. They still mad about it. And it's like, bro, it's done. Oh, you can't do nothing about it. So to me, it don't fit into logic. It's even say if I'm angry at someone, right? They did X, Y, and Z to me. Right. And okay, I'm mad about it because they did it. I understand in that moment when when you first become aware of whatever they did, being upset at it. Yeah, I know because that's the impulsiveness or the capriciousness of emotion. Like because I understand that, but after that, like a week later, just say I'm saying a week later, what's the point of being mad about it? What does it go do? Like like what benefit do you get from being angry at someone for doing something? What's the benefit? There to me, there's no benefit. I can learn from it. That's the benefit of experience. Like whether it's good or bad, you can learn from it. And once I learn from it, then it's time to move on. It's time I'm gonna learn something else. So for me, that's how my brain works, bro. I just don't see the point of being continuously mad at something or even somebody. Like somebody can do something to me, and in the moment I'm upset. You know, I got some type of emotionally I'm upset. But a week later, sometimes even a day later, I'd be like, yeah, oh well. And you know why? Because either I'm gonna fuck with them and I'm not. If I'm gonna fuck with you, I'm not gonna sit up here and be mad because that's gonna mess up the relationship. If I'm not gonna fuck with you, then guess what? I ain't got no reason to be mad still because you ain't even around me.
Yeah, it's gonna
So
be
what will be mad? So
yeah.
but that's how my brain works, bro. So there's no point of holding on to it. Either if I'm gonna fuck with you, then I'm gonna let it go. If I'm not, then I'm gonna let you go. So any way it go is gone. Problem, the issue is gone. Either way it go. So that's why I don't do it. And I thought that was normal until I really started being around people. Because even like I got family members who did shit, and they be like, "Oh, you ain't mad that they did this?" Nah, I don't fuck with them no more. I don't be mad for. I don't even fuck with that person no more. So
Mm.
I don't think about it. And even when I think about it, I already came up with a solution not to fuck with them. So what I'm be mad for? That's what they did that shit, not me. You know. So I just don't. That's just how my brain works. I'm gonna get my sandwich, bro.
Yeah,
So sweet.
but even with that, right? Like if you really sit there and think about it, who the hell wants to sit there and have that, dare I say, negative emotion around them for that much time, right? Like, you know, if it's loving, if it's peaceful, okay, that's one thing. Everybody wants that. Everybody wants to clamor to that. The only people that want that type of energy is those that are, I don't want to say not no, I'm gonna say chaotic. I don't want to say toxic because some people toxicity may be normal for them, but I'm gonna just say a chaotic scene, right? Because if you in love with somebody, you want to be in love with that person for the longest period of time. You want that energy. You want that. You'll work on that to make it more blissful. But when you have that negative energy, all you got to do is sit still, and it's not going to move. It's going to dwell. It's going it you got to work to make it worse so you can feel comfortable in it. And I don't think for you that's not what you do. So you rather say, you know what, I was mad. I'm mad because the sky is raining. All right, I'm over it. It's gonna stop sooner or later. When it does, I go ahead and forget about what I'm doing. Let me distract myself from not realizing that it's raining. You know what I mean? So you'll do something to keep going forward because that's not where you want to be. If more people was like that, it'll be a peaceful surrounding around them. But like I said, some people just like chaos, so they dwell in it a whole lot longer than others.
And I don't think I don't know. Like I was told I was a narcissist when I said this before, and these were psychologists telling me. Two psychologists, my sister and her friend. They said I'm a narcissist. I just don't believe everybody even deserves the energy, my energy. I don't think everybody. So that's why I don't like if I be trying to say it so I don't sound like a narcissist, but maybe it is narcissism. I don't think everybody is that valuable for me to expend energy. That's just how I look at people.
Well, you that might mean that you got like, I don't want, and I'm not saying you got ESP or whatever sometimes you have a different sense, right? Like I can deal with this one, so I can hang around this person a little longer than I can this person. This person, I'm not doing it. You can see it, you can feel it, you can sense it. You know, so that's maybe why you can see things beforehand, but everybody doesn't have that talent. Everybody doesn't have that gift. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, cool. So I'm not gonna rock with that person over there. Like I'm not gonna rock with the beef section because that's not where I want to be. I want to be in the little area that I am in now. So a lot of people ain't gonna see me. A lot of people ain't gonna notice me. A lot of people ain't gonna do that because I'm not over there where they're at. I'm over here in my little section where it's peaceful, it's comfortable. I don't get caught up in anything. Nothing around it is going too tough. So that's just how you move. You know what I mean? You don't want to be around certain things. You don't think people's worthy of it. I don't think can a narcissist have good reasoning behind it? I'm not, I mean, we know there's duality, but y'all know, when people say narcissist, they only think of the negative term. So that's something to dwell on.
But see, I like fucking with especially educated people. But see, I told them about qualification of how a narcissist is defined, no matter if you talk about grandiose or no matter what type of, because different forms of narcissism. So I don't think that statement qualifies because the main thing about a narcissist is that they want to be around people. I don't want to be around people. Right. People like I don't want the attention. So I mean, mainly it's like the narcissist whole objective is people's attention, admiration. I don't want none of that shit. I'm straight. That's the whole point. Like that's what when I say I don't think everyone's. And this is why I say like people think that like I said it. When people like when I say that it kind of shows me something about the person how they react to it too. Because if you think that I think I'm better than people because I said that, it shows me how much you don't value yourself. That you don't look at yourself like that. Like like if you think everyone is worthy of your energy, then your energy you ain't shit. Then let's just be honest. Like let's be honest, right? You don't hold yourself as valuable if you think that everybody is worthy of you or your time, your attention. You don't value yourself. Like I'm being not. Am I wrong? Like if you think that everyone is worthy of you, then do you value yourself? That's the definition of value. Like if you look at what is valuable, is the things that a lot of people don't have. A lot of people can't get. It's one of one. Those things are something that's like a copies of a million. That shit ain't valuable, bro. Like if everybody got it, it's not valuable. If very few people got it, then it's valuable. That's how value works.
Yeah, it's one of one. Right.
The more limited it is, the more valuable. Right. So when people say, "Oh, you think you're better than everybody," because you think, then that shows me that you not shit, bro. You don't value yourself. If you think everyone should be obtainable, I mean, like everyone should have access to it.
Yeah.
Like if you think like that, then you don't value yourself because if you give everyone, that means friends and foes have access to you. So that's what I'm saying. You don't care about yourself. Just because I'm saying no, everyone ain't worth my energy. If you think that's a bad thing or you think that's like narcissistic or any of that, then that shows that you don't value yourself. That's just how I look at it.
I'll be that then. Look, I'm gonna be that then, right? Because everybody like in life, you get to learn that everybody doesn't deserve your time and your effort, right? Like you've been around people and you see, like that's like trying to help the whole world, right? You can't help the whole world if you don't see that a lot of these people don't want your help. Right? So you can't sit there and dwell. Why would you force yourself onto somebody? That means I've done that. So when I've done it, I'm like, yo, what the hell wrong with it? Like you gotta ask yourself, what's wrong with you? You're gonna keep putting yourself through these painful situations because they don't want your help. Sit your ass down somewhere. Like, let me go sit the hell down somewhere. That's why you got it. That's why I'm saying. That's why, even this whole entire year, even though I can't believe how fast this year going, you got to sit there and evaluate yourself. Like, yo, if these people if they don't see what your efforts are, stop trying to explain why you're worthy, they're worthy of your time, why they need you. They don't want you. Don't feel needed. That's why I said to myself, I gotta stop loving people that don't like me. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't like me, what the hell I'm loving you for? I gotta put that energy somewhere else. There's somebody else that loves me that should be getting the reciprocation of that love. But instead, I'm sitting there worried about, well, this person ain't got nobody to talk to, and let me go over here and talk to them. Nah, fuck that shit. You don't want me there. I'm gone. I'm out. So I've been distant for a little while. But when I rock with you, when I rock with you, I'm checking on you. I mean, like, that's just how that goes. But if I'm just beating you and you just give me your ass to kiss, that's unacceptable to me. I can't do it. You're making my guard go up, and I'm gonna shut down. And when I shut down, you ain't got to worry about it. My fallback game is $1 million, so I can do that with no problem. You don't want to talk to me. I'm straight. Bro, where he been? Oh, he when last time I spoke to him, I told him, all right, well, that's what you did. You shut the door. I didn't shut the door. You shut the door. I appreciate it. You let me know I'm not valuable to you. So let me get the fuck out your way.
Bro, I ever come to the point where I'm a content creator and I ain't really a subscriber, bro. I don't really do YouTube. I just create content. If I come here to chat and support, bro, that's what up, though. I'm gonna do it when I can, but I'm not like a YouTuber, bro. I tried it. I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. If I like content, I'm gonna watch it. If I'm gonna be involved with it, I'm gonna be involved with it. But the way people act on here, bro, you'll never hear me talk about who here today or who ain't here. You'll never hear me talk about that. You know why? I'm not gonna say I don't care. It's because I know, right? I know life be like, and I have been in this position. I've been in this position. People be on the panel be like, "Oh, we're such and such at day." I'd be like, "Bro, I don't even worry about that." And then the next day, guess who pop up? Person they were talking. And they'd be like, "Yeah, man, I was going through a lot." And I'd be like, "Bro," I'd be thinking like, "Bro, you like you don't know what people, unless you live next door to this motherfucker, you don't know what people be going through." And to me, it's like I'm an observer. So it's best for me to sit back and watch and take notes versus make accusation. I'm gonna be honest with you, and if anybody take this the wrong way, oh fucking well. Right? This is something the OG told me, and it has been proven right. People who assume tend to be really dumb. He said it just like that. People who always assume things, they're pretty dumb. Because after the first 2 times you assume something and see it didn't go the way you thought it, you should stop and you should start observing. He told me that when I kept assuming things. Thought I knew how things were. He said, "Look, instead of giving your opinion about it, just wait for the shit to happen, then talk about
it." Yeah, but isn't that like
believe?
Yeah, but isn't that? But okay, in that concept, that's like believing and knowing, right? Because if you assume it, you believe in something's going to happen. But when you observe it, your eyes have shown you. So I know what happens if that situation comes. It may not happen all the time like that. I know that's a possibility. So now that I know that, I can go ahead and
plan for it
more. Yeah, I can plan for it and see if there's another way around it, or I might put myself in a position to see there's another way around it, or whatever it is. But you know that way is possible because you saw it. My lying eyes don't lie that damn much. I saw it. My lying ears. No, I heard what was said. So, hey, I know what they said. I know it's possible that people could say that because I heard it myself. So that's a predicament that people don't understand. The assumption and the observation. The observation is going to allow you to see things or hear things or whatever. The assumption is in your mind. All right, that may happen. It could happen. I think it would happen. But when you know, you know. That's why we joke around saying knowing half the battle, but it really is half the battle, because when you know, hey, I know what's getting ready to happen. So how do I prepare myself for it? Or else you assuming why I didn't see it coming. That's when you start asking the whys in the wrong concept. Why I didn't see
it. I say it like this: assuming, all start with ask, and that's how you go look at the end of the day. That's how you go look. You look like an ass, bro. You look like an ass. Assuming it's better. Like if I know, like, man, I know how this shit go in. Ain't no purpose of saying nothing. I just plan for it. Like it's a lot of shit that's happening on YouTube and like these groups. Like I knew the shit was gonna happen. There's a lot of people on here. I see people I'm cool with. They be fucking with them, and I look at them. They be like, "Oh, why you don't come around?" Nah, I'm straight. It's not for me. Like I already know what's gonna happen. That's not me assuming. That's me planning, and I be right. I just don't say "told you so" because I never said nothing. But I don't like you. I see patterns, and people be like, "That's assuming." No, it's not.
No, it ain't.
Even if I see the pattern, because I can be wrong. I know I can be wrong. I be hoping I'm wrong half of the time. Very few times I've been wrong looking at people's character. Very few times. But when I am wrong, I'd be like, damn. And I learned something new. But I'm open to it because I'm not assuming. When you assume something and it don't go the way, you will still be trying to justify. You ever seen people, they be like, oh, this gonna happen, and then when it don't happen, well, it would have happened if this would have happened. Well, this is like now you're trying to justify it. No, just say you was wrong. Say I don't say, even if I'm wrong, then it'd be like, damn, okay, I was wrong. It didn't happen because I assumed. Assumed this was gonna happen, didn't happen. This happened, so I can still learn. I'm open to the situation. But when you assume, it's like you be trying to. People be in denial and shit. People don't like being wrong. So when you assume, I done seen people try to manipulate manipulate it so the assumption come true. Like, bro, you manipulated it and made that happen. That's not it happening organically. No, you created an environment or a situation for that to happen. You did that. They didn't. So I didn't see it go that far. So that's because people don't like being wrong, bro.
Yeah, but isn't that like projecting, right? When you project something, you want it to go that way, so you hope and pray that it becomes that. So now your in your eyes, your projection becomes, I saw this coming. But until it comes, you still just, it's a visual. You thinking about it. It's not a factual thing that has happened to you. So you're not really you're projecting what you want to happen instead of it being a truth or a fact that happened in real life. So we gotta understand, just because you see something, you could be projecting, but if at the same time, if you don't see it as a factual thing, it could be called projecting.
I try to. There's been times on here where I talk about something that happened in my past. People who are newer, they'd be like, "Oh, you still affected by that, or you got pain? You got pain from it? You got trauma from it?" And I'm like, "No." They'd be like, "Well, why are you talking about it?" Because of a situation that happened that I grew from, and so it's a testimony. It's not that I got pain. I'm not angry. I'm not none of that. Well, I can hear it. No, that's how you're thinking or feeling about it. That's not what I'm doing. That's not this. It's not that. And then they'd be like, well, I know these things, and you need to heal. I healed from it like a couple of days after it happened. I've been healed from it. That's why I can talk about it without any bitterness. You're missing key components. And I'm literally trying to teach them something now, because there's a lot of people out here. It's just a lot of people here, right? And they got their own experience, right? So they think they know you, and it's like, if you listen, if you can understand tone, you can understand context. You see that there's no bitterness, there's no angry, there's none of that is within the context or by the construct of how I'm presenting stuff. It's not. So you can't say I need to heal from something when that process is done. I'm actually telling you, if you listen to comprehend and not listen to respond, you can actually hear that I'm telling you how I got over it. I'm telling you how I overcame this. But you only hear the problem and not you ain't looking for the solution. And that's because everybody professional. We all professionals in our own life. We're professional of us. That's about it.
Okay, well, if we're professional, we need to understand that if we're listening to understand, we won't be hearing to respond, right? So if you paying attention and listening to the context of the conversation, you can tell if the person is healed or it's a testimony or whatever, or is it you being triggered by that conversation that's making you project that he's going through that situation when it's really you going through that situation. You see what I'm saying? So this is why a lot of the times, man, it's good to have conversations. That's why I will never debate on him, because if you debating, they project their feelings and their frustrations and not even hear the actual the not truth, but the understanding that other way can be a better way, but because you trying to win the debate, you're not even listening to say, you know what, I can admit as a man that I didn't know that, and I could concede a debate, because if I'm paying attention and your points are making valid sense to me, I can say, you know what, that's a good point. You'll shut my whole conversation down. I can't even speak on it no more because you shut me down because your way made sense. I can concede to that, but everybody doesn't have that notion because they want to be right so much. They're willing to destroy you, the person, instead of the message. And that's where I can't do that. I'm not a part of that.
I remember my cousin, when he found out I was on a debate team, it was like, that's how nerds fight. I was like, man, shut up. He's an asshole. He hood though, he gangster. So he was like that. That's how nerds fight. I'm like, bro, you're an asshole.
Call me what you want to call me. Am I winning? That's all that matters. Sometimes I'm
winning. I don't know. I've been thinking about him. I've been thinking about my cousin all weekend. When you said that it just popped up, like that experience I had with him. I had told my auntie, I had one with my auntie house, and he was grown. He didn't even live there no more. But I just remember, like, auntie, I was like, yeah. She was like, what you doing over? Because we had a debate with a school down the street from her. And I was in high school. I was in 11th grade. So I was driving to school. I actually drove to the debate. So after the debate, I drove her out. And I was like, auntie, yeah, popped up over there, wanted to say what up to my auntie. And I just remember saying, she's like, what you doing over here? I said, we had a debate at the school down the street. And my cousin was coming from the basement. He was like, debate. He was like, that's a nerds fight. I'm like, man, shut up. He was like, debate. That's a nerds fight.
I mean, if and that's funny too, right? Because you know how we always say, the biggest lie that people ever told us is that words don't hurt us, but you can slice a person down by using one word, right? Mm-hmm. You that could be sharper than a knife. It could be deadlier than a bullet, because you could tear a whole person's mentality apart just by using the one word. You can weaken a man's mind by saying, you know what, you soft. Like, oh damn, I ain't never heard a person tell me that before. You're like that. Nah, it's differences, right? So you can, and he was in his way. He was right, because like, hey, I ain't here to put a person in the grave, but I can put a person in the grave by saying, yo, you suck. Or you know what I mean? Like, I could break this down and make you feel small. I know, I'm just saying, yeah, I understand. That's what I'm saying. There's two ways of doing it.
In a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, he was right in his way, but and at the same time, he acknowledging, hey, there's nothing wrong with it. I just won't do it. That's not me. I'm more physical than that. You more psychological or mental with it, but I'm more physical. I put hands on people. You could psychologically put a person out. That's what he was saying. He may not know he was saying it, you know what I'm saying? But that's what he was saying.
Pyro. Piss him off, he'll burn your shit down, bro.
Pyro maniac.
Let me be quiet. God damn, boy.
Yeah, but that's, like I said, that's when you go through these type of situations, and even when we are where we are, right? We two older men, we've been blessed to be over 40, right? You get to go back and just sit there and close your eyes and say, damn, I remember when. Because there's people here that's not here to remember that with you, right? Like, damn, I miss you, cuz, like even when you did the you and Kaylani was doing the Papa Will shout out, and I was like, I know Kaylani, he's still mourning, he's still grieving. You know what I mean? Rudy, what's up? You know what I mean? You can sit there and just understand. People just think that you saying it or something like that, you can hear it in their voice. Sometimes it's just a post, right? When you type something, you could, or when you put something up there, like, damn, you really going through that. You know what I mean? Like, KY, I understand you missing them. So, you try to show the love that, you need to talk, I'm here, whatever the case may be, because it's understandable when that person has impacted your life in that type of shape and manner, you're going to miss them. It's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you soft. It's just that they was that influential in your life at one point in time, right? Like, I don't care what happens, right? I could be honest. That's why I check on you all the time. Like, yo, you too quiet. You good? You're like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm just over here with the kids. As long as I get a response, I'm straight. But if I don't get a response, I'm like, yo, something wrong, or what is he doing? Like, you know what I mean? Life is life, and this ain't the kids' life in either, because we've spoken when you had the kids. We chatted with the kids, you know what I mean? So that ain't it. So something crazy. It's something deeper that's going on. And I ain't got no, I'm gonna give you respect. Like, all right, I'm just checking on you. You know where I'm at. You need to talk. All right, pick up your phone. All right, cool. All right, there you go. Right? Because we have an understanding, but that's only with time. When you got time, and it don't mean like a whole 10 hours and 10 years. You just have a spirit knows a spirit. Energy knows energy, however you want to view it. So when you got that authenticity around you, you got to embrace it. And when you don't, you just like, man, that's why you ain't vulnerable for everybody. Like, nah, fuck, ain't no dude doing that over. Nah, I ain't fuck with that. Nah, fuck that nigga over there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for it. But when energy know energy, you gonna connect to it, because I'm gonna keep that around me, because it's one day I'm gonna be able to use. I'm gonna need that. And when it's, hey, that's why the best of friends, you ain't got to speak to them every day. But when you pick up that phone, it's like you spoke to them yesterday, and that's how it goes. You know what I mean?
It's like my best friend. Something happened to her 3 months ago. She been calling me back to talk to me about it. I just been waiting. I ain't rushing. Nothing she going through if it was that bad. But when she ready to talk, then I'm here. But I ain't gonna force her to.
Right.
We gotta buy my son another tablet. I don't know how to say if my wife got the warranty on this one. He done fucked the charging port up. And this one is an Android. I ain't never take one of these apart. So if it was an Apple, I could take it to the store, or even the Fire Stick with our Amazon account. If it was his, he had two tablets though, but this one was I bought an Android on purpose because it was easier for me to control like the apps and stuff, so he could have more things. Like he wanted to play Minecraft and Roblox, so I couldn't control the app when it was on his Amazon tablet, so I wouldn't let him get it. But with this one, I can control everything. Like I got an app to control his app. So I can control everything. So he can't do nothing on it without me Like I can mirror it anytime I want. I can see exactly what he's doing and
Mm.
hear exactly like it turned this thing into a speaker. I don't think they get that on it I don't know if they get it on anything besides Android. The app. That's the only place I found the app at. So he can play that because at any time I can literally mirror his shit and see who he playing with. Even though I set it up where he can't play with people online, he can't talk to people online. I set it up like that, but just in case he figured it out.
Yeah, if you figure it out,
Still,
you still on top of
I
it. There's
still
nothing
got
wrong with that.
control. Yeah,
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm saying. These kids, these kids is unbelievable with it. Bond, what's going on with you? You know what I mean?
it's
It's like
Bond, James Bond.
they be so they listen. If we was that well, we had Nintendos and things like that. Oh, damn, I'm telling my age, right? We got Nintendos and Coleco. We ain't had this internet type situation to where we just figure this out in 0.5 seconds. We'll get through a game in a couple of days, but this is different. So these kids, they're more tech minded because this is where it's at right now. So you know what I mean. So of course you're gonna want to be hands on, right? Because your kids start talking to somebody like, "Yo, I just spoke to an 18." No, what are you doing speaking to 18? Who is he? Where they? Nah, man, you know what I mean, I ain't doing that.
You see that mama just unalive that boy and her 13-year-old daughter's under her 13-year-old daughter. Like her 13-year-old daughter snuck a boy into the house. Mama heard it, grabbed that thing, went to the room, found him under the bed, and unalived him. Girl 13, like when do you have access talking to a 20-year-old? How do you have like why do you even have that option?
Right. And that's what I'm saying. And you gotta have that option, right? Because it doesn't matter, hey, the kid gotta be home. That don't mean you're home. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta go to work or you gotta make a run.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they going, yo, come through. Here's the address. Like, wait, what? I mean,
I started thinking about shit when I was that age, bro. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I hid in a couple closets, bro.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Intruder alert. You ain't got no.
But it wasn't no it wasn't no minor, no shit like that.
Yeah, it was the same age. But
she was older than me.
Whatever.
My girlfriend, she was. It wasn't nothing but like a grade or two.
Yeah.
But I hid in the closet. I remember I got caught in this one girl house, bro. Her dad let the dog out on me. I ran out the house naked, bro. I couldn't even put my clothes on. Because he looked at me. He was like, "You a little big motherfucker, huh? I got something for you." I'm thinking he's going to get a gun. This motherfucker come back with a pit bull. That motherfucker said, he let it off the leash. I'm like, shit. I ran, jumped over the bed. I grabbed my pants, bro. I grabbed my keys. I left my coat. I left a couple pieces of my hat. And I ran, bro. I was down the stairs, out the door. They had a door to separate like the kitchen and the dining room. When I ran, bro, that's the only reason I got away from the dog, is I closed that bitch and ran through the front of the house and ran out the front door. If I didn't close that door would have got my ass, bro. It was on my heel coming down them stairs, bro. Like I felt that motherfucker breathing on me. Like it wasn't a little pit bull. That shit looked like it was mixed with I don't know what it was mixed with. That bitch was big and thick. He was like, "Oh, I got something for your ass." Like, oh, bro, I'm thinking he gonna get it. I'm like, shit, I got one too. Shit, I ain't got one of those. That motherfucker said, "Roo." I'm like, oh shit. He was like, yeah, let it go. I'm like, oh. Damn. I'm like, bro, I don't even get a chance. Like, you ain't gonna tell me to get out. You ain't gonna do none of that. You just gonna let this motherfuker eat me.
You didn't give me a head start.
Right. Well, when he said I got something for you, my first thing I'm looking for my shit. Like, got a shoe, where my other shoe at? Like, how my shit gets scattered when everything was just right here? How the fuck when I need the shit is scattered? Like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, that he ain't give you no head start. Like, yo, man, I'm gonna give you 3. He ain't even say that. I got something for you. Don't worry about
I
it.
got something for you.
Get him.
You a little big motherfucker, huh? He looked at me like, oh, you a little big motherfucker, huh? And I'm like, bro, you the boyfriend of the mom. The mom don't even be tripping. You know how many times her mom caught me in his house? Like, y'all better not be doing nothing nasty. That's all she do, and talk shit to me. Her mom cool about it. You brought a whole dog over here, bro. You don't even live here. What the fuck is this dog doing here? Like, like you came to stay the night and brought the dog. Right? Like, bro, that shit weird, bro.
Let me see you without that dog, though. I'm gonna punch you right here. I'm gonna take your ass out. Shake you with the goddamn dog, man.
Like, bro, you like she ain't even gonna be with you that long. Fuck out of here. Like, I knew the family. Like, I knew the family, bro. You just a standby, bro. She go fuck around with her baby daddy. She don't fucking with you to piss off her baby daddy. You gonna bring a dog over here, bro? Like, you the third motherfucker I done since I've been fucking with her. You the third motherfucker I done seen, and now you gonna bring a dog over here, motherfucker? Oh, mad as hell, bro.
Yo, he said you the
third motherfucker she been fucking with.
Damn, that's crazy. He said the third one. But that's how close you be to people, though, right? You be close to the people in these families and things like that, and you just know you just see what's going on. You see the routine. You see how people moving. That's why I try to tell people: if you are an observant person, projection should not be a part of your repertoire. You know what I mean? It should never be a part of that. If you observe it, you should be able to read it. You should be able to have discernment because you already know what you're looking at in many different facets. But you just got so many emotional people that they rather project than observe. And you know, even on this thing, they just projecting like, I know this person get ready to say this, so let me defend myself. You don't even know, you even say nothing yet. You don't know what they get ready to say, but you on the defense already. Like, why are we doing this? You know what I mean?
I hate when people be like, they throwing subliminals. So fucking bad. That mean they ain't got the balls to say his name. That's how I look at it. You throw the subliminals you want, pussy. That's how I look at it. I'm about to get off here, bro, because I'm talking. But that's how I be looking at it. Like, you scary motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about you. You want to throw subliminals and shit. You want to say shit. When people do that shit, I be right in their face, smiling and talking to them. Like, yeah. Because that shit funny to me, bro. You know how many people throw subliminals at me, bro? That shit be funny to me. I go smile in their face, bro, and talk to them like I don't know. But I don't care because it tells more about the person. Whatever come out the person, it tells more about them than you. Like, even if I give my opinion on you, it tells more about me than you, how I view you. I'm telling you how I perceive you. So you can learn more from that about me than what I actually. Then somebody can learn. If somebody tell me something about Gary, I'm learning more about that person than what they telling me about Gary. That sounds crazy, don't it?
That was that guy. What was that whatever that dude name was? So, but I was using on Reddit, and I'm like, okay, I was on Reddit. Okay, yeah, like, no, this thing projected like a motherfucker. Like, this
yeah, but I'm saying, like, it tells more about that person than it tells about who the person is talking about. You can learn more about that person than the person, because it's some, like, when I be sitting back listening to shit, I be thinking like, this person brain formulated the shit they saying. Like, that's how I be thinking. Like, I be listening to what they say, but I be sitting there like, damn, they brain came up with this. Some shit be cool, but some shit be crazy as hell. And then they be trying to justify the shit. They crazy ass stuff. And it'd be funny to me. I don't know, bro. I'm weird. I don't know.
No, it's not even that you weird, because the funny part is you can sit there and watch it and know that there's more bullshit that's gonna be added to it. So it's like, yeah, you know what, man? Let me fall back, man, before they start this shit. And I ain't trying to witness none of this nonsense. Let me get the hell up out of here. This is why, like I said, I haven't been on here for a while. Like I don't know what's going on this app. If it ain't, you know, something that I could, you know, listen to, I'm not checking for nobody. I see people's name that pop up. Like, all right, maybe they get ready to do something. Like riders walk through the city. All right, I can listen to riders walk through the city. You know what I mean? Liz B, people like that. I can listen to those type of people. BDB, the battle. You know, I can listen to all of that, right? I can do that because I know it's something. It's something with their passion. It's something that they do. So, all right, you can support somebody that's passionate about something constructive or something, you know, that's going to help somebody or elevate them or something like that. I can do that. If it ain't about that, you know, people fussing about hearsay and nonsense, I'm gonna be apathetic. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't want to hear if A is going to holler at B to jump C. I don't care about none of that because it's nothing constructive behind it. We going through too much in life to sit here and worry about if A going to jump through B and C. There's people losing their lives out here over nonsense. There's people losing their homes because they don't got enough money. There's people that's going through things, and y'all got time to tear people down when people's going through it by themselves, and y'all wonder why people don't reach out for help because you got people like y'all sitting there destroying people because they told you something. I ain't got time for that. Y'all can keep that, and that's what seems to be going on in the world. So maybe I'm projecting that's what's happened on YouTube. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I've seen it. Maybe I know it. Maybe I heard it. So I know what I'm talking about. That's y'all decision to think if I'm projecting or not. I already know what's going on. So, you know, I just choose to fall back unless I'm making content or something like that. Or the people that I rock with is going to come up here and have a conversation. You know what I mean? Like tonight, I made sure I stayed up. He's like, yeah, I see. Okay, I got a alert. The word is coming on, so let me keep myself up. Other than that, if 12 o'clock I don't get no alert, I'm out. I'm going to bed. I mean, I just don't have. I don't have it. I never had it. I've never been one of those people to just play those type of games. If I'm not helping, I'm not here to hurt. So I'm not a part of that. Oh, he on mute. He don't even know. Well, he on mute. So, but you know, yeah, Bond, it's been a while. Hope all is well with you. I ain't seen you in a while. I ain't seen a lot of people in a while, Bond. So don't mind me.
Am I back?
You back?
My mic probably sound different though.
I don't know. I hear you. Look, that's all that matters. I hear you. Out there. How you
To the
sound?
computer. My they cut my fucking. I gotta find my other cord. They didn't cut it. It's bent, and they got a shortage in it now.
Oh no,
In my Yeti. So,
not the Yeti.
but I got two cords, so I gotta find the other one. My wife took all the cords and put them somewhere, so I gotta figure that out. But yeah, bro. Usually I'm sleep by like 12 o'clock. I'm gonna take my ass to sleep. Right now,
All
I'm
right.
sitting here dozing off in the chair, man.
All right. Well, do
I'm
what you
saying,
do. I was just hanging out
but
with you, man.
yeah, but I want to do a show. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it Friday because I know I gotta get up early Saturday. So I know I'm not gonna do it Friday. So I'm either do it Saturday or Sunday. But because I got into I ain't even call it debate. I'm gonna call it what it is. A waste of my time on TikTok because I was telling people if you separate the male from the men, you might not have the issues that you have because basically what y'all talking about are men who don't accept accountability or take responsibility for the actions that they do. Like you're complaining about men not taking care of their kids. Okay, I'm giving them a solution. Stop dealing with males and deal with men. Well, men are adult males, yes, but everyone doesn't qualify for that because they're physically adult. You literally just said they're not responsible. By definition, adult is one who is responsible for their day-to-day activities. So if a person is showing that they're irresponsible and they're not taking care of their kids, they're not men, they're males by definition. So if you see they have more than one kid and they ain't taking care of none of them, don't have one by them. They're showing you they don't take care of their kids. They're showing you that. If you see a man that's not responsible or date, like he can't keep a job, you might not want to date him. If you see a man that won't clean, wash his ass, brush his teeth, the basic shit, you might not want to date him. If all he want to do is hang around his boys and he not trying to better himself, that's not a man, that's a male. And you're mad at the men who are taking care of their responsibility. You sit here arguing with me about how men are, and what you're describing does not fit me. Those traits, those behaviors, I'm telling you, you might need to find someone more like me. So you ultimately are choosing wrong. If you choose better, you will have a better result. That's all I'm saying. And that's something I experienced in life. I was choosing the wrong type of females. I was choosing female, and I'm not even saying those females are bad people. They were just bad for me. That's not what I was looking for, but I was settling for it. So whose fault is that? Theirs or mine? You want all these people. No, people will be who they are. You can't control that. But you can control you, meaning you can choose better. And they saying that's victim blaming. I'm like, how the fuck is that victim blaming? No, you need to learn how to choose better, motherfucker. Take responsibility for that. Choose better. That's all you got to do. Choose better.
Yeah,
and a lot of times these people be complaining, they ain't shit themselves. That's why they can only settle for ain't shit ass dudes. That's why you get, because you're getting the same value you are. That they don't want to admit that. Like, you ain't shit neither. Fuck you, I have 4 kids by 4 different dudes. You ain't shit neither. You kept making the same fucking mistake. Well, that's the wrong guy. Let me try again.
But then they say they settling for less. Like, well, I just think
shit that weird, bro.
No, I just think that people have the misconception of grown and an adult as being the same thing, and it's not. You know what I mean? Because an adult can still grow, but they don't understand the concept of the growth that we're talking about. But you're grown, you're grown. This is why you know what I say. If you're grown, you can't grow no more. That's a factual thing, right? Because they so busy looking at the physical part of being grown, they don't think about the mental part. That's why you have grown boys instead of an adult male. You see what I'm saying? Like they won't understand that concept. You can have a grown girl, but not a mature female. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have that conversation because they lump everything together because they just want everything in their way. So if I'm grown, I'm a grown woman. No, you're not. Because if you're a grown woman, you understand that you are responsible for certain things that happen in your life. If you're a grown man, if you're a growing man, you would have a responsibility in your life. All right, I gotta go out there and I gotta go out here and take care of myself, or I gotta take care of my mom, or I gotta take whatever it is. There's a responsibility. This is why people need to understand if you're responsible, you won't have to worry about your accounts because your account will be taken care of because you're responsible. So accountability won't matter if you know that you're responsible. But because there's so many people that don't understand the yin from the yang, they just think everything works. It's all the same, and it's not.
Yeah, people gonna be people. But I ain't got no music or nothing, bro. And this is just conversation. I ain't about to end. I'm gonna end it. I ain't about to say all that crazy shit up.
Yeah, you good? Like I said, we gonna finish it. We gonna finish it whenever you want to have that live. We gonna be there. We gonna do what we do, and we gonna have a conversation.
All right, bro. I appreciate you, man.
All right, let me get up out of here. Chat. See y'all later.
Chat, where you at? Shout out to Commander. Hey, shout out to Tay. Shout out to BDB. Shout out to Santina. Shout out to the Nine. Appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to Frankie. Shout out to Dee Dee. Shout out to Dee, man. Shout out to Bond. Shout out to Rudy. It's 12:44 where he at or something like that. But shout out to him. Who else was in there? Edward. Shout out to you, bro. Said my brother Bronze. Shout out to Blackbird. I know he wasn't in the building, but that's my guy, man. Appreciate him. Frankie sent some gems, bro. Appreciate that, Frankie. Yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Chris. Yeah, shout out to everybody who rock with your boy, man. I'm gonna come back, man. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna be stronger than ever, but I don't want to half-ass it for y'all. But yeah, we'll be back. But until then, man, it is what it is. Holla at y'all.